Welcome back. Let us see the next topic, agents of pollination. Now here two main agents are there. One is biotic, that is the living, and one is non-living agent, that is abiotic. In case of abiotic agent, two are there, wind and water. In this what happens, only a small proportion of plants are there that use the agent, that is wind and water, for pollination, and the pollen grains that come in contact with the stigma is a chance factor for both here, wind and water. दोनों में क्या है, the pollen grain coming in contact with the stigma is a chance factor, chance की बात है. And to compensate the loss over here, you see, when the pollen grains are going to be transferred with the help of wind or water, what we said, it is a chance factor. That means what? Many pollen grains will be a waste. They will not be able to reach onto the stigma, and as a result of that, or in order to compensate that, large amount of pollen grain has to be produced over here. Okay, large number of pollen grain has to be produced as compared to the number of ovules that has to be pollinated. Ovules के अंदर क्या होगा, embryo sac will be there, inside that is the egg cell which has to be fertilized. लेकिन यहाँ क्या बात कर रहे हैं कि in case of wind and water pollination or wind and water used as an agent for pollination, the chance of fertilization or chance of reaching of the pollen grain to the stigma is a chance factor. Due to that, there will be lot of wastage, and in order to compensate that loss or wastage of pollen grain, the flowers have to produce large amount of pollen grains. The other one is biotic. Biotic means what? Living beings, where animals are basically utilized here. Now animals में बहुत कुछ आ जाएंगे. Birds will come, insects will come, bats will come. Okay, different animals are included here. Now each type of plant which are pollinated by different agent, they also have to possess some different types of character so that it suits and favors their pollinating agent. मतलब pollinating agent की को सूट करे, फेवर करे, ऐसा कैरेक्टर प्लांट के पास भी होना चाहिए. Now based on that, let us see the types of agents here one by one. The first one is anemophily. What is anemophily? This is pollination by wind. Pollination by wind is called as anemophily, and this is the most common amongst the abiotic pollinations. Most common. Now in this, what are the characters that the flower have or the pollen grains have? Now in this case, what happens, if the flower has to be pollinated with the help of wind, then the pollen grains should be light, or they are light, they are non-sticky, so that they can be easily transported by the air current or the wind current, by the air current, or otherwise same thing you can call as wind current. The flowers which are produced over here, they are produced in large number or large amount as compared to the number of ovules that are available for pollination, or otherwise let us say after pollination, fertilization. Why this is so? Because there will be loss or wastage of pollen grain. They will not be able to land up onto the stigma, so that will be a loss or wastage of pollen grain. So therefore what happens, to compensate that loss or wastage of pollen grain, the flowers have to produce large number of pollen grains. Now over here, the flowers often possess different kind of character. Earlier we talked. Now in first one over here, if you see, well exposed stamens are there. The flowers possess well exposed stamens. For what? For easy dispersal of pollen grain by wind currents. And second one is a large, often feathery stigma. Large feathery stigma, बड़े हैं और feathery हैं, so that they can easily trap the pollen grains which are present in the air or which are suspended in the air, being carried by the air current. The flowers over here are having single ovule in each ovary, and due to that numerous flowers are packed together in the same inflorescence. मतलब flowers का size छोटा है, एक ही ovule है यहाँ पर, and as a result of that it is possible to pack so many flowers in the group, and that group of flower is called as inflorescence. You have studied that in class 11. Very good example of this is corn, यानी कि मेज की बात कर रहे हैं. It is called as corn cob. The tassels are nothing but the stigma and the style. मतलब अगर तुमने कभी देखा है, किसकी बात कर रहे हैं हम, मेज की. When we buy from the market, they are having some coverings जो हम खाते हैं उसके ऊपर. That has to be removed, and then we either roast it or either we boil and then eat. So before opening that, before removing the whatever covering is there on top of that edible part के ऊपर, over there if you see hair like structure is there. Those hair like structures are actually the style. They are actually the style, and at the tip will be the stigma, and these are waving in the wind. Waving in the wind for what? To trap the pollen grains which are present or which are suspended in the air. And basically here in case of maize, the male gamete or male flowers are located on the top, that is on the higher level, and the female flowers are located at the lower level. That is the next point also here. The male flowers are generally located on higher level and female flowers are located at lower level, so that when the pollen grains are going to fall, by chance they are going to fall onto the female flowers which are located at little bit on the lower side, and pollination will be affected. After that fertilization will take place. Now over here, the flowers which are pollinated by the wind, they do not need to have special shape. उनको ज़रूरत भी नहीं है, and उनके पास होता भी नहीं है. They do not possess special shape, neither they are very colorful, and neither they produce any kind of nectar. मतलब ये हुआ कि उनको कोई स्पेशल शेप होना या पोजेस करना, ब्यूटीफुल कलर होना, सो दैट इंसेक्ट्स एंड अदर एनिमल्स आर अट्रैक्टेड, वो भी ज़रूरत नहीं है. And neither they are having any nectar, so that insects can come and collect that nectar. This character is not present किसके पास? In the flowers which are pollinated by wind. And wind pollination is very common in grasses. मतलब grass family की बात कर रहे हैं, जैसे कि हमारा rice wheat भी हो गया. They are also being pollinated by the wind only. And just now we have talked about maize, that is corn. Coming to next one is hydrophily. Hydrophily means pollination by water. Pollination by water is called as hydrophily. And this is quite rare in flowering plants. And this is limited to around 30 genus or 30 genera. And most of them are monocotyledons. Here in this case, water is a regular mode of transport for the movement of male gametes. Transport for what? Male gametes amongst the lower plant groups such as algae, bryophytes and pteridophytes. में तीनों ग्रुप में क्या बोल रहे हैं? पानी के थ्रू ही मेल गैमेट स्विम करके फीमेल गैमेट के पास पहुंच पाता है. And due to this reason, what happens here? The distribution of bryophyte and pteridophyte is limited. क्या बोल रहे हैं? Distribution of bryophyte and pteridophyte is limited because in order to move or in order to transport the male gametes to female gametes for fertilization purpose, there is a requirement or there is a need for water. और इसकी वजह से क्या बोल रहे हैं यहाँ पर कि distribution of both these bryophyte and pteridophyte is limited. This you have studied in class 11 also. Some examples of water pollinated plants are like fresh water में रहने वाले Vallisneria and Hydrilla हैं. Fresh water plants Vallisneria and Hydrilla, and marine plants, several marine sea grasses are there. One of them example is Zostera, in which what happens, the pollination takes place in water. Now over here all aquatic plants do not use water for the purpose of pollination. सभी लोग सभी पानी के aquatic पानी में रहने वाले प्लांट पानी के थ्रू pollinate नहीं करते हैं. In majority of aquatic plant, जैसे कि एग्जाम्पल के लिए लेते हैं वाटर हायासिंथ एंड वाटर लिली. इन दिस व्हाट हैपेंस, द फ्लावर्स आर अबव और फ्लावर्स आर बॉर्न और दे एमर्ज, बाहर निकल आते हैं अबव द लेवल ऑफ वाटर एंड दे आर बीइंग पॉलिनेटेड बाय इंसेक्ट्स एंड विंड. मतलब उनका पॉलिनेशन कौन कर रहा है, कौन मदद कर रहा है, इंसेक्ट एंड विंड. तो यहाँ पानी का तो कोई काम नहीं हुआ. ओनली थिंग दैट they are able to live in aquatic environment. Second one, if you see Vallisneria, we have mentioned earlier. In case of Vallisneria, if you just look at the figure here, in the left one over here, female flowers are there. Female flowers are born and male flowers are little on the lower side. Okay. Now from here what happens, they release the pollen grain, and these pollen grains in the water, they reach onto the stigma by water current passively, that also due to current of the water. यहाँ pollen grains are not motile here, means they are not able to move. Just go through this. Female flowers reach the surface of water by long stalk, and male flowers or pollen grains are released onto the surface of water. pollen grain कहाँ रिलीज हो रहा है, पानी के सरफेस पर, जहाँ से they are carried, from there they are carried passively by the water current, and some of them are able to reach the female flowers and the stigma, so that pollination and fertilization is effected. Now in case of sea grasses, the female flowers remain submerged inside the water only. Female flower पानी के अंदर ही रहते हैं, and the pollen grains are released inside the water. Now in this case what happens, the pollen grains in many of such species are, pollen grain की बात करें हम, they are long, ribbon like, and again they are carried passively by the water, that is inside the water, and by chance some of them are able to reach the stigma and pollinate the flower. That means both the male and gametes meet each other and pollination, thereafter fertilization takes place. Now in case of most of the species of plants that is pollinated by water, the pollen grains are having a protective covering, or they are protected from getting wet by presence of mucilaginous covering. मतलब उनके पास कुछ ऐसा mucilaginous covering है जिसकी वजह से pollen grains गीले नहीं होते, यानी कि they do not get wet. Water pollinated plants are not very colorful, we have discussed earlier, and neither they produce any kind of nectar. That means they are not able to attract any insects or animals for helping them in the process of pollination. So that was about, what was that? Hydrophily and anemophily.